You're outside on a warm summer evening, and then you hear it, that unmistakable, high-pitched whine right by your ear. Despite its size, this insect causes over 1 million human deaths every year by transmitting pathogens, making it the deadliest animal on the planet. This landing is the result of a highly specialized targeting system designed to track a host through a complex environment. A biological tracker has locked onto your specific coordinates and narrowed its search down to your exact patch of skin. These feathery antennae are part of a sensory array that detects the invisible plumes of carbon dioxide you exhale. At their base, Johnston's organ picks up minute vibrations and chemical signals, guiding the insect toward your breath. As it gets closer, other sensors engage. It tracks the heat radiating off your limbs, identifies specific bacteria on your skin, and even detects chemical markers associated with type O blood. By the time you notice the buzzing, the mosquito has already mapped your biology and authorized a landing. The actual bite is a mechanical operation. What looks like a single needle on the mosquito's face is actually a protective outer sheath. When it touches skin, that sheath pulls back, revealing 6 distinct surgical needles, each with a specific role. 2 act as tiny saws. Equipped with sharp teeth, they cut through the tough outer layers of your skin. Behind them, 2 retractors prop the tissue open so the remaining tools can probe without resistance. The 5th needle, the labrum, probes until it pierces a capillary, acting as a straw to draw blood into the mosquito's gut. These needles are so thin that they can slide between your nerve endings. This turns a violent breach of the skin into a surgical operation you can't even feel. The final needle performs chemical work. It injects saliva containing anticoagulants and numbing agents to keep your blood from clotting while the mosquito feeds. This saliva is a foreign substance that triggers your body's immune response, resulting in the itchy, swollen welt that appears long after the insect is gone. As it drinks, the mosquito filters out the water from your blood and defecates it out its back end. This concentrates the nutritious red blood cells, allowing the insect to take in 3 times its own body weight. This high-speed exchange, pumping saliva in while concentrating blood cells, is what allows the mosquito to pick up and deposit deadly pathogens so effectively. This extraction is purely for reproduction. Only female mosquitoes bite, and they do it to harvest the specific proteins they need to develop their eggs. Those eggs hatch in stagnant water into larvae called wigglers. They live entirely underwater, acting as filter feeders that strain organic matter through their mouths. To survive, they breathe through a snorkel-like siphon on their rear end. As they grow, they must shed their rigid outer skin 4 separate times to fully accommodate their increasing size. After the final molt, they become pupae, or tumblers. In this stage, they develop eye horns for breathing before the outer casing eventually splits open at the water's surface to release the fully formed flying adult. Each of these developmental stages, the 4 molts and the final mutation into a flying adult, requires a massive biological investment. The only way the female can provide the protein necessary to fuel this entire cycle is to secure a blood meal from a host. The mosquito's specialized sensory array is highly effective, but that specific focus is also a weakness. Humans can exploit this by using chemical repellents or essential oils like lavender and tea tree oil. These substances create a volatile scent cloud that masks your body's odors, confusing the mosquito's sensors and making it difficult for her to lock onto your location. Beyond personal defense, large-scale efforts like insecticide fogging are used to protect entire communities by reducing the population of these disease vectors in high-risk areas. The next time you casually swat a mosquito away, remember the intense mechanical complexity that went into finding you and the surgical reality of that split-second skin breach.